Techniques, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
S-T-R-O. Yeah. How many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright.
Yeah.
I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support rod. Lifting up on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never try. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I didn't grab the few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We seeking W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. Beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
All right, Coach, we welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Cleveland Browns and the New York Giants. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, here we go. 18 Gator.
Defense, let's go. Pick it up, G. Hey, alert 3, alert.
Topper.
Slam.
Five.
On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
General West.
Alert 3.
Now Saquon Barkley. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
Come on,
Third
set.
play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
51 the mic, boys. 51. Okay, double up.
Get it.
Operating from the gun. The field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Check.
A first carry now for Nick Chubb. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's get off the field, B. Let's get off the field.
Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And Austin Safarian-Jenkins has it. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be 3rd down.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package.
Yeah.
6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there.
Hey, on 133.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Hey, exit.
Watch out.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's got his man. That's Landry. And the athleticism on the spin move allows him to pick up the first before he's brought down. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Set. 180.
3 bucks.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27, and his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. But if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
A quick 1st down pickup. Good start after going 3 and out on their opening drive. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. Slam, slam, slam. Check 31, check 31. Watch the shit, watch the shit. Hey, hey, watch the
6-6. Pull it high. Hey, rock it up.
This is Barkley. He's got a 1st down and then some inside the 40. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. PAT up and good by Rosas, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Browns' drive about to get started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a 1st down. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. The first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from the Motor City. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. A run for Nick Chubb, and that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. They go with Chubb on second down. And he is across midfield from one 49 to the other 49, a gain of just 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
King! Hey, alert 33. Hey, box drop.
On third down, Mayfield. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away.
The Giants take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out first and 10. On the run, it's Barkley. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a first and 10.
Hey, lock it. Hit it.
On first and 10, Jones. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly second and long. Throwing, Jones. And, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Got to love the catch. I think you got to love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are, and I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. Now it's Barkley, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
It's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on third down.
Check. Check 3. Check 99. Check 99. Check 53 flight. Check 53.
Let go.
Here's Jones, operating from the gun, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started, and things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 18-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Dexter Lawrence forced his way through, drops him for a loss of 10 yards. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He's coming, double up.
Regular.
Alert, alert. Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. You don't want nothing.
Hey, Haywood.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want it.
I got it.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they look to throw. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Take it at the 37. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
All day, dog.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down. You talked about the need for them to establish the run early. They've been able to do that here in the first half.
And that means that the whole offense has adopted that attitude and that persona. We're going to take care of this young quarterback. Let's all get together and run it and take the pressure off.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. And he rifles one incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
80 weapons.
Watch the twist.
Get it.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And an alley to run. And he's got this down to the 35. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Go. Now.
Jones now throwing on 1st down. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And nearly picked it off. He had a chance to come down with that in the end zone, but it'll wind up just being incomplete.
Quarterbacking 101. Never force the ball into double coverage, especially not this close to the goal line. The windows are so tight, you just don't want to force it in there because it could be tipped up and picked off.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Jones throwing again, finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 24-yard line.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Let's go. 18 Gator. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Hey, let's go. Come crouch. All day, baby, all day. 51's the mic. 51's the mic. 2.
Now Jones on first down. Steps away to his left. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Barkley. And a short gain here down to the 22. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Ready.
On 3rd down, Jones. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. The #1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
A loss of 10 yards. Brings up 4th down.
Two minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
50-yard attempt.
A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen. Shake it off.
He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. Mayfield on 3rd and 2. Forced out to his left. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
All right, need you to check my eyes here. This entire unit defensively, I think, has looked really strong in the first half, especially in the secondary. They've been cohesive, fast to the football. We just saw another example arriving there to help knock that one away.
Here's Brian Anger now. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now as he's on to punt for Cleveland. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Giants go first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field is still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Hey, wahoo!
From the 29, Jones looking deep downfield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you've got this last drive here. You get the ball to start the second half.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may force them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Let's go, D. It's going to be a long day.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
30 base.
53, Mike, 53.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Chef.
They'll run on first down. Barkley. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Hey, Zoo. Get it.
From the gun, Jones. They'll get this out to Barkley complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this one is right down Broadway. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Chubb. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down. Two runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10.
Go!
Hey, check Mike 21. Check Mike 21. I got it. Hey, check Mike 21.
Mayfield to throw it. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
First down, Browns.
Check 180.
Check Mike 21. I got him. Check nickel.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Check Mike 21. Rip right. Hey, check.
Mayfield now on 2nd down. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. A big play that time for Cleveland. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Mayfield down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Landry the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he's going to come up well shy of the first here as the tackle's made right around the 12. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
Let's go. Check.
Point it right. Regular.
Check Mike 21.
Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Giants are going to get the football back. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we can get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll go to Barkley again. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
Now Jones. Dancing to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, standing just outside his own goal line. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. On the NFL scoreboard, 3rd quarter now from Jacksonville. The Dolphins have added on, and they seem to be pulling away in that one. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long, he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. They'll run it again with Barkley. He's got the 1st down and more inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And he'll give it here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
25-yard line.
Come on,
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Barkley. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 10.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
2nd and 6 at the 29-yard line.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check 3, check 3.
Here's Mayfield. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 47. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Carl Joseph up from his safety spot to make the play.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 28-yard line.
Down. 8, read.
Watch the run, watch the run. Shift, watch the shift.
Defense, defense.
Again, it's Barkley. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Here we go, set, 50, plant.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. On the left side, it's McDonald. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Well, clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. You ran the previous play, set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down.
He was brought down by Carl Joseph.
A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Barkley. Now Barkley stripped of the football. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Giants use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6.
Brandon, would you say they went from agony to elation in just a few quick seconds on that play?
Probably thought they were about to give it up in the red zone and then touchdown.
Yeah, there is absolutely no way that they drew it up and said this is the way it's supposed to be done. It just happened.
But the end will justify the means. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he is in. Touchdown, Giants. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Rosas to add the extra point. And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get it all the way down to the 10-yard line. A big play that time out of Chubb. 65 yards. A great run, but, you know, this is probably where the offensive coordinator is saying, geez, we could have used a couple of these earlier in the game.
Yeah, he's probably telling the head coach, well, talk to the run game coordinator about that. I just call the plays. We should have had this going right from the beginning.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Only a yard that time, second and goal. What a game this defense continues to play, huh?
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you've got to match that aggressiveness. No points so far in this game. Moving the football, got to be that way to go against them and try and get some points on the board.
And I'm curious on the defensive side if they stay aggressive, because you know they want to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they have to be aggressive, but they also have to be smart about it as well, because one mistake can turn into 6 points.
Second down and goal. Mayfield looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Now Mayfield on third and goal. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Frank Clark fighting his way home to get the sack.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
I got one. Hey, check.
Fourth down, Mayfield. And it is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the fourth down pass attempt, and the Giants are going to get the football back. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone. We're thinking we're giving up 3. We just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
At the 16-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Tight dog.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It goes as a loss of 6. And now third down.
Watch twins.
Blue draw Corker.
Check. 53's mine.
Let's go.
on third down, Barkley. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Lachlan Edwards now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Being chased out left. Now Mayfield lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Mayfield looks to throw. Safarian Jenkins has it. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second. The clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
At the 48-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Alert, 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 alert.
Throwing, Mayfield. Caught, Safarian Jenkins, right side. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. Play fake, Mayfield. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Get ready, get ready, get ready. Shift, shift.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Hey, echo.
Hey, check, right.
Going to the air again with Mayfield. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense led the way, but the offense did their part as well. They moved the ball up and down the field. So you've got to like what you saw. What do they call that? A total team effort? I think when it's time to hand out game balls, guys from both sides will end up getting one.